If you hadn't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's free. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back picking up this girl code versus God code debate, and interesting and very dynamic, but we hope that y'all send us some voice messages or emails and give us your feedback so we can bring it back to you. So moving on. So I was going to bring up the situation because the person who brought this topic to me, she said, so it's a group of girls, and it's kind of like the reverse of what you were saying, but it's the group of girls, okay. And one girl says, I like this dude. And so the dude, he ended up liking the other chick. So they hooked up, and the original chick was mad. And it's like, well, how you mad? You liked him. He didn't like you. He liked me. So what's the problem?
There should not have been a problem. And that ain't her. That is not her friend. Because I'm supposed to say no because you said you like him. So he don't like you back.
Right.
We going to third grade. We going all the way to third grade, but he don't like you. He like me.
Right. And that goes to do women have unreasonable rules? Because it's like, how the hell are you mad? Like you haven't done anything with this dude. You just like him. Period. That's it.
Women don't have unreasonable rules. Little girls do though.
True.
See, that's a mentality thing.
Yeah.
I like it, so it's mine. I licked it, so it's mine. No. You can't take a man. And that's what she was trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I like him, so he's mine. Nobody else can talk to him because he's mine. No, he don't like you back. You can't force that. So what she was basically saying was, if I can't have him, can't nobody have him.
And if you have him, I'm gonna be mad at you, and our friendship is shattered.
Yeah. And you know what? I would tell her, you can take your little petty friendship and go somewhere else with it. Because if you really, you take your little petty friendship and you could go ahead. Because if you was really my girl, you would understand, especially as an adult, the attraction has to be mutual, and it was not. There's nothing I can do about that. But if I like him, if I'm attracted to him as well, then why do I have to say no? Because he don't like you. You might look like a bear to him. You don't get to pick and choose what somebody else gets to do. As adults, I think that is the most ridiculous thing that I've heard in a really long time as far as girls hanging out together. But it also makes me capitalize on why I don't deal with a lot of females, because they think crazy. I'm like, what the hell did y'all grow up doing? Like, this is how y'all acted. You had to have started acting like this in high school.
Mm-hmm.
And it has carried into your adult life. I think it's so very petty. Girl, you know, I told you I liked him. You shouldn't be talking to him. But he didn't like you back. So but he don't like you. And this is the thing with women. I guarantee you the first thing that woman said was, well, you know, my girl like you. And you know what he said? I don't like your girl. Well, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about me and you right now.
Right.
I'm not studying her over here. You focused on the wrong thing.
You worried about the wrong things.
You worried about the wrong thing. I'm talking to you. And you know what she said? In her mind, okay, I just need to make sure.
Mm-hmm.
And she continued with that little thing that they had going on. And little Miss Petty of Petty Pumps was mad because he didn't choose her. And she feels betrayed by her friend because I said I liked him. How third grade can you get as adults?
Right.
That is so childish. The person that brought this, I'm going to say it to you, that was not your friend in the first place. She's one of those people that She's in your boat, but she's not helping you row, and she never was.
Yeah.
All right, so let me throw this out there. So if your girl came across a situation like that, and the guy was like, um, let me word this correctly. So if your girl says, hey, this guy is liking me, and I know you're kind of feeling him, is it okay if we proceed? Could you at least appreciate the fact that she did that first? Or would that have no bearing on, the outcome of that situation?
I think any woman should appreciate it because she didn't have to come and say anything to you. She could have just rolled with it.
Right.
So anytime a woman brings it to you, I commend the woman for it because most women are like, I'm grown and I can do what I want to do. I feel like if a woman is mature enough and her friend brings that to her, then she'll accept it and she will give her blessing and move on. Only selfish people. All of this really falls down to being selfish. Only selfish people are so caught up on themselves that they would rather other people not have or not experience anything that they themselves weren't able to.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I like that person, and I can't know if I was going to be happy with that person because they didn't like me back. But now I got to look at these two over here, happy-go-lucky, feeding each other cake and shit. But, but I liked him first. That should be me. That's all it boils down to is that should be me.
Mm.
Not knowing that if it was them, he might be treating her like Ike and Tina, eat the cake anime, instead of lovingly feed it. He might slap you in the face with it. Personalities are different like that. And whatever he was attracted to in her, you didn't possess that, my sister. You got to move on to who you equally yoked with.
Right. Yeah.
It's just a selfish thing. It is a selfish thing. So my question is back to you. If you like the chick, like you was really digging her, and your homeboys came back and was like, yo, I know you like her, but I'm really feeling her myself. Do you mind?
Oh,
What would be your reaction?
Don't do it. Help yourself.
So touching.
But guys don't have that type of conversation most of the time. It takes a certain type of dude to have that conversation. I mean, you really have to be cool with that dude. But
so y'all don't tell each other when y'all like somebody that y'all see?
It depends. It depends on the friendship because, like I was saying, I've had people go behind my back chasing what I was dealing with, and it's like, you call yourself my friend, you call yourself my brother, and you know how I get down. Not that I'm going to trip over you doing that, but at least give me a heads up so that it's not an awkward situation. Because at the end of the day, you might have a wife at home. You might have a girlfriend at home. I live over here. This chick may live in your state. She might live in my state. She may live in another damn state. But at the end of the day, if I've been dealing with a chick, let's just say I've been dealing with her for 3, 4, 5, 6 months or whatever the case may be. If you know that we kick it like that and you don't know exactly what's going on between us, hey man, I know you mess with Shorty. I've been checking out what's good. Can I get at that? What's good. I can respect that if you do that. And in that instance, I would say, well, yeah, you broke God code because, you deliberately went after this woman, knowing or not knowing how deep or whatever our situation was. And I have to look at you foul, like, that's foul. I'm not necessarily gonna get in my feelings about it because it's like, hey, I know. All right, look, I don't own her. She's not my wife. We don't live together. But at the end of the day, if you as a man don't have enough respect to check and see what the situation is, then I have a problem with that. But if we tight like that, you my man, 50 grand, you already know what's good. And if that chick is just a chick, hey, Slim, I see that. I'm trying to get that. My man, that's you.
Yeah, but I don't get that though. You're saying that you only talk to your man 50 grand about how tight or how you really feel about the chick and not the other person, but you feel like that person is foul because they didn't check into the situation. Like for me, it's I checked into the situation whenever I hollered at him. And if he say, oh, me and old girl, we got this and this, okay, I'm gonna leave it alone. But if I holler at him and he come back with, well, what you trying to do, then it's in the air. It's not my responsibility to come to you and say, hey, is this okay? That ain't my responsibility. And then you can't say he
Yeah.
moving foul because you didn't say what it was or how you was feeling.
Okay, so
Representation matters.
okay, so I guess what I'm saying is on top of that, on top of all those layers, if this person is deliberately doing it out of
Yeah,
spite or
deliberate
whatever.
is one thing.
No, but I'm saying it's the whole combination of that if you are deliberately like I'm messing with this chick or whatever the case may be, and you're deliberately going after this chick behind my back, you checking with her, but your agenda is, oh, he messing with that, I'm gonna go get that. There's no, oh, we had a conversation and we have chemistry. Let me see what's up. No, you are deliberately doing that. And I feel like that's foul because
Well, that would be foul, but that again, that's not part of the God code though. Because that's not how that really works. That's more of a you my man and that's your chick or you messing with her, so I shouldn't talk to her, I shouldn't mess with her. What you're describing is something completely different from the God code. That is somebody in your circle that is vindictive and petty and has a personal grudge against you. Very different, in my
but,
opinion.
but okay, that's true, and I'll take that. But to a degree, that is kind of like breaking God code because if you are in the clique or you say we cool like that, but you're doing vindictive stuff,
Yeah.
you're doing that on
That
purpose
definitely
and
goes
you're
against it.
violating your morals are messed up. If we're not gonna call it God code, your morals are messed up because you are being vindictive for no reason. And us guys will say, "Oh, you violated God code," but hey, your morals are messed up because you're deliberately doing that. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to get mad because that's not my woman. That's just my whatever.
So X, you want to weigh
I
in?
mean, my thing is, I get where you're coming from, King. Um, Again, if he's deliberately doing that, going out of his way to try to repeat your patterns, you know what I'm saying? Like copy your style, as they say. Then
Mm-hmm.
yes, this MFer is definitely going against the guy code, in my personal opinion. Now, if him and her organically start feeling each other, you know what I mean? And it happened, then I guess it's one of those things that just happened. But again, if he came and checked with you first, hey, bro, this is what's going on. I'm not trying to go behind you. I'm not trying to backstab you, but, I'm kind of feeling your girl. At that point, that's when you have the choice to either give your blessings or to get in your feelings. Me personally, I'm going to give you my blessings because again, if it ain't my main chick, I don't get in my feelings, and it's very rare I get in my feelings. Then it just depends on how you come at me. But
Okay. Which is going to, oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no, that's fine. We move on.
Which is going to bring us to our final section. Which exes are off limits?
Baby mamas.
Baby mamas.
Goddamn baby
Wait a
mamas.
minute.
I'm trying to tell you, boy.
Come
Don't
on,
do that.
Cole Ed. Come
Don't
with
do
it.
that. And the reason I've never been into that situation before. Again, I'm married, I only have one child, but I have, or I had a situation once, right? Where me and my dog, I mean, again, gutter. We in the gutter, the trenches together, been there. And his baby mama I don't know if it's kind of like she had a list of Ebony's friends, and she's rolling through them. I didn't know that. I didn't know it, but she was coming at me so hard, man.
Oh wow!
And I kept telling her like, I'm not going there with you. I'm not going there with you. But she was fine as hell. I ain't gonna tell you. She was fine as hell. Oh my God, that booty was.
Your morals kicking in.
The booty was so soft. But
how you know?
At the end of the day,
touching on her?
I walked away from the situation. She put my hand on her booty. What was I supposed to do?
You were supposed to move your hand.
No, I can't do that because then that means I'm going against the man code. I can't go against the man code.
You can't go against the man code.
You go against the man code like that.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Man.
You take my hand and put it on your booty, I'm gonna see what's happening. You know what I mean? But anyway,
okay, so you say baby mamas.
Baby mamas off limits. But anything other than that, hey, it's a fair game. You know, do your thing on the field, homie.
I guess I would have to say if we rock like that, we cool like that. Current and ex-wives are you can't go there.
No, you can't do it, bro.
You can't do that.
Can't do it.
Yeah.
I was about to see one of my friends with my damn wife after we knock on wood got a divorce. Nigga, I'm slapping the shit.
What?
I'm sorry. You gotta edit that out. Ebony, if I see you with my baby or my ex-wife and my son with you, I'm gonna bring it. I'm gonna bring it on site. On site. I don't care if we in the middle of Walmart. Homie, go ahead.
He said in the middle of Walmart.
That's funny.
So,
you might as well go and throw them hands up because we finna go and do this
but,
thing, bro.
I mean, but
I'm sorry.
Well, I don't. Which exes are off limits? I don't know that I have any that would be off limits to the next chick. I don't know. I guess the good thing about most girls that run around together is their taste is completely different. Like if you actually look at who they date, it's way different. What they look for is different, and what attracts their eye originally is different. You might run up on where they like the same kind of dude every now and again in a girl clique, but mostly their taste is all different. But I don't know that I would say that I would have, like, for example, if my best friend got with my ex-husband, I'd be like, oh, y'all both happy, that's what's up. He's had a rough go at love and you've had a rough go at love, bang that thing out. Now, what I will say is this. 9 times out of 10, it doesn't matter if you've been divorced for 20 years or 60 years or whatever. Baby mama, 4 kids, baby daddy, 4 kids, whatever. When you are truly, truly at a place where you're done with someone, there are no feelings. Like they're really, you just want to see them happy. There are no feelings there. Now you're coming from a place because you put the work in, and how old is your son?
He's 5.
So that's, of course, because that means somebody else is stepping in to play daddy. That's why you gonna fly off the handle.
Exactly. That's exactly why I'm doing.
That's why you gonna fly off the handle.
Yes, sir.
But when your kids are grown, I mean, what is it? It is what it is. My son is grown. Yeah, my son is grown. Me and his father been divorced for so long. We cool. Now, that's my ninja. Don't get it twisted. But if he came to my hometown and he found one of my homegirls irresistible, I'm trying to hook them up. I guarantee you, I guarantee you his happiness at this point is way more important than anything we had back in the day. I don't care. If that's who you want and that's who makes you happy, then go ahead. Because when you truly care for somebody and you truly love somebody, you just want to see them happy. And if you weren't the one to make them happy, then that's okay too.
Right.
That's how I feel. Now, would my ex-husband be cool with me coming and chilling with his homeboy? Apparently not. Apparently he would have attitude. That's fine. Apparently he wouldn't be cool with that. And that's fine.
You can't necessarily say that.
All I know is he feels like ex-wives and current wives are completely off limits. So that means at this point, it would be a more of a, why is that off limits? Why is ex-wives off limits to your friends in the first place?
Here's my answer to that. And it's a two-part answer. I do agree with the part where you said if it was, however long, kids grown, blah, 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 then it shouldn't matter, because that is so dead that why are you going to get in your feelings when,
Exactly.
Now,
exactly.
For me, for my ex-wife to mess with one of my friends, now let's just say one of my friends came at her and she seriously took a liking to it, I would say no, because I know how fucking grimy they are.
Then you should say that to her instead of saying no.
That's how I would feel. And now, if she felt I needed to explain that, then okay. But I guarantee she knows me well enough that if I say no, you can't talk to him, it's a reason why you can't. And it's not because I'm in my feelings.
True that. Because that is true.
Because we are at the point in our relationship where we are best friends. We talk about any and every damn thing that goes on between us, our child, who we date, our marriages. We talk trash about our marriage. We laugh about that. So if the relationship is that solid, your happiness is everything to me. And believe me, I will put a bullet in somebody's head for, I don't care who they are. But
vice versa.
But at that point,
vice versa for women too.
Yeah, at that point, if we have that type of relationship, I don't care if you talk to one of my friends, as long as he's a good dude and I think he's a good dude for her. I'm cool with that, but yeah.
But at what point would you have someone grimy around her?
It's not that I would have anyone grimy around her. It's a thing that, okay, if me and my friends are hanging out, she come in town and we all hanging out, and my man is whispering her ear, blah, blah, whatever the case may be, and she hit me up, hey, what's up with your boy? No.
Got it. Mm-mm. So, Sun Soul, do you think you would feel the same way if your child was, say 17, 18, graduating high school, and heaven forbid you are not with your wife anymore and she is with someone else?
At that point, as long as my child is at an age where I feel like he knows how to handle himself, he has a good head on his shoulder, pretty much his course, as far as we have discussed, is set, I have no issue with it. But as far as my son, at the current age he's at, until he reaches an age where I feel he's mature enough to handle himself, without my guidance to a certain extent, I would have a problem with it. Like I'm
gonna say this: if it's somebody that your kid knew is that's daddy's boy, he called him Uncle Fred and all of that. Now, those are the things that I would be like, you can't do that. You can't do that. Now mommy, now you go with Uncle Fred? You don't do that to kids. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So exactly. It just, for me, it's just, again, it's a moral thing. Like, you can't have these kids running around calling them uncle this and uncle that, and then when daddy is gone, uncle's over here and he in the room giving mommy a massage. You can't do that. Because it corrupts your children, but it confuses them, and it also causes them to have conflicting emotions. Mm-hmm. I want to tell you, but I don't want to hurt mommy, and I don't want to make you mad.
Right. Yeah.
So the children suffer in those instances. So for me, if you have children and you break up, I don't think that you should be with your ex's friends. That's just me. if there are children. I'm going to say children involved, period, because even when they're older, that's still tough.
Yeah,
That's
it
still
is.
somebody you've seen running around with your dad as your dad's homeboy, and now your mama's with him. So now you think your mama's a little thoughtbot, and she's grimy, and now Uncle Jody is grimy too. You know, like these are two people your kid has grown up and loved and cherished, and now y'all are presenting to them at an older age. Y'all ain't about doo-doo.
Yeah.
Y'all ain't about doo-doo. So I just feel like if kids are involved in it, then it's a no. Not necessarily because you're my ex-husband, but because my son grew up calling this man uncle, or he was always by the house, or what.
Yeah.
You just don't do certain stuff.
And that's
in my
how I feel
opinion.
about it.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I can definitely agree with that. And I think at the end of the day, the whole girl code, guy code, it need to be thrown out the window.
Definitely.
It just need to be
I think
thrown
it's
out the
just a
window.
moral code.
Yeah, it's you know the boundaries that you shouldn't cross with the people that you tight with, and you should respect whatever they're doing, no matter what your desires are. If that's your homeboy, that's your homegirl. If that's his main chick, leave it alone. Or even if it's not his main chick, just don't be vindictive and grimy and be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this because I see an opening and I want to take it.
Right.
And I kind of don't. You say if it's organic, Sun Solex. I personally have a problem with that organic thing because things don't just happen. They just don't happen. You had to be looking at this person for some amount of time to be like, if I had the opportunity, or if she showed me that I have the opportunity, I'm gonna test the water.
I don't know. Because when you're in a relationship with someone and y'all hanging out, we're gonna talk about this at a later time, but I'm gonna say it.
Yes.
We're gonna talk about this. This is a topic that we will discuss. So when you are dating or married to or whatever someone, and you go out as a group, you have your representative out around her friends, and she has her representative out around your friends.
Yeah.
So when you actually put your representative away and your true self is out, then you get a whole different feel for somebody. So I'm not going to say you are always looking at that person like that, but when you actually get to see them without their representative out, because as a woman, I have to carry myself a certain way around your friends.
Mm-hmm.
As a man, you're going to carry yourself a certain way around my friends.
Right.
You're not going to be your regular old self.
Right.
Because you belong to me, or I belong to you. So once that relationship is over with and you're chilling and you are being your regular self, be like, oh, shoot, you cool as a fan, oh, okay. And then you already know that person, but you don't know that person, if that makes sense.
Yeah, we definitely going to have to revisit that because on the same token of what you're saying is, when you out, you have that representative, your friends may be attracted to that representative. I'm gonna bring my representative because I want to respect, the situation that I'm in. I don't want to be, oh, I'm the regular me, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just gonna be like, you know what? I'm gonna sit back, chill. This is your spotlight. I'm gonna fall back. I'm here with you. And those friends look at that. Oh, he's such a nice guy. He's this, he's that. Oh man. Oh, my panties is twitching. So yeah. Yeah. So yeah, we definitely got to touch that on another topic.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave it off with do I think the man code should be thrown out? No. And the reason I don't think it should be thrown out because again, it's like we're all agreeing upon it's a moral thing. And the reason I go back to that code is if we as men or we as females don't have that code or that bit of respect for each other, then it's kind of like, why in the hell are we even hanging out? I think there has to be that type of boundary somewhere in there, again, from a moral standpoint to say, yes, I like this person, but at the same time, I'm not going to go behind my homeboy or my homegirl's back and, commit to this whatever it is. So,
But you're not doing that because it's a code. You're doing that because that's who you are as a person. My thing
right.
is, why am I hanging out with you if it has to be a rule for you to follow?
But I think it's kind of like one of those things of just out of respect. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's a respect thing. If we can't respect each other enough to come to each other and say, hey, I know you got a thing for this person over here. I'm not trying to step on your toes, but me and this person, we got something.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the only thing to me that separates someone being loyal as a friend to a certain extent to someone, really saying they're your friend, but they're not your friend because they don't even give a damn about your feelings enough to come to you and say, hey, me and this person, I know you got a big thing for them, but me and them got something going on.
So what? Okay, I understand that. So when you go to them and you say that, and they say no, then what are you gonna do?
At this age, I'm like, I'm just doing that out of respect. But what I'm gonna do is what I'm gonna do.
So what is the purpose?
You know what I'm saying? It's out of
Just giving them
respect.
a heads up.
That's right. I'm giving you that because if we cool like that, I feel like me as a person, I'm gonna show you that bit of respect because that's the type of person I am. Now I've had people do that to me before, and again I feed their ass out of a long spoon now because I feel like if we tight like that, why are you doing me like that?
Exactly. But my mother always said, let people do what they want to do so you can see. No, let people do what they what they want to do so you can see what they would rather do. So my philosophy is I'm going to let you be you because I need to see who you really are as a person.
Mm-hmm.
So once you show me who you are, as Maya Angelou said, I'm going to believe you.
Mm-hmm.
If someone doesn't respect you enough to say, no, I'm not going to talk to you because you used to be with my girl, blah, 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 blah. If they don't have that common respect for you, then you're not my friend and I'm going to act accordingly.
Yeah.
People get the word friendship twisted so often.
Twisted, all the way twisted.
Because a true friend, has a moral obligation to you because of who they are. Period. It doesn't matter about a code. It doesn't matter if I can scream to the top of my lungs, girl, I do not care about you being with him. But my friends, my true friends are gonna be like, she don't care, but I do.
Right.
I would never do that.
Right.
So again, it's a moral thing and it's within the person. So if you show me you're morally corrupt, then I know how to deal with you. And I would rather actually see that and know that for myself than to be thinking that I have a solid friendship.
Right.
No, girl, gonna do you. Go. Oh, no, girl, I don't mind. Go ahead. And as soon as she go ahead, I know for a fact what I can trust her with and what I cannot trust her with.
Mm-hmm.
So I always let people do what they want to do at this point. And at this point in my life, I'm going to let you do what you want to do. And then whenever they say, oh, you move funny with me now. I don't move funny with you.
No, I don't.
I don't move funny with you. You move funny. Exactly. You move funny. And I'm not into comedy, so I remove myself.
So. Yeah.
So you have to learn, like you said, who you need to feed with a long handle spoon. Because sometimes you not knowing, get your fingers bit off.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
So you gotta let them do them. Because as soon as I peep you moving a little shady, I'm gonna go ahead and let you move all the way shady, so I can come over here and be like, yo, I need to stay on my square over here because that right there is a prison sentence. Because I'm bust up beside her head. So for me, I just don't say anything. If you come to me and be like, hey, I know you like old boy, but me and him got a little something. If me and him ain't never had nothing together, go for it. If me and him used to have something together, then go for it. If me and him still got something going together and he willing, go for it. Because now I know how to deal with all of y'all.
Exactly. Yeah.
The whole pot.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That's just Phoenix's opinion.
Hey, I mean, I can't take nothing from it. I mean, I feel, for the most part, I feel the same way about that. So, yeah.
Well, we want to thank everybody once again for tuning in to The King and I. It's always a pleasure to talk with you people. Again, please send us an email, chime in, send us a note, let us know what it is you want to hear us discuss.
And definitely give us the feedback, because when we go live, we might have to put you on here and get your live opinion, because it's valued. It will be valued, and it definitely will be addressed.
Always. And until the next time, take care of yourself and each other, in the famous words of Jerry Springer. Peace.
We out.